Hi, this is Julie Manning, and I am here today to present my final project for database reporting. I decided to do this for a marketing standpoint. It should be noted that this is for internal use only. And from a standpoint for marketing, I feel that it's important to know the demographics of our passengers to their respective destinations. In particular, I wanted to look at the age and the gender as the demographics. I feel that this can be helpful to the airlines in knowing their target audience for future marketing and promotions. To complete this task, I added 2 columns to the passenger table as indicated right here, gender and age, with their appropriate data type, varchar and tinyint respectively. To illustrate how I added a column to the passenger table, for age, I altered the table as indicated up here, as well as how I set the age for passengers in the next step as well. So after altering the table, I then set the age for each passenger. In this instance, I updated the passenger table. I set the age to 35 for the passenger ID of 1. Likewise, I did the same thing for the gender to add the gender column. And then once that was done, I updated the passenger table. And in this particular instance, the gender is female, where the passenger ID was 13. I completed this for the remainder of the data. Now that I had that done, it's time to actually populate the data set. And this is the final result. As you can see here, I have gender. I have it broken down by male and female, which is obvious, but also unknown in case somebody did not declare their gender. Now that that's complete, it's time to create a data set for my report. As you can see here, I created a passenger demographic data set, and I used the flight table and did inner joins to join the ticket table on the flight ID to the flight, and then as well I joined passenger with the passenger ID to the ticket table, and then lastly I joined the airport on the destination ID as well as the airport ID, which tie back to the passenger table. And last but not least, I ordered this by airport name to make it easier to read. Here you see my report layout. Although it looks rather simple, it can be very helpful to the marketing department. And I used the drill down feature to group by airport name with columns along the top going for the gender, as indicated down here on the right hand side in the column groups, excuse me. And then I actually added the row group by for the airport name. And finally, I did add a chart so that at a glance you can see what this is going to look like rather easily. And this is my final report. Using, again, the drill down feature, you can see that for Chippewa Valley Regional Airport, I have 3 females, ages 21, 33, and 22 as their destination for Chippewa Valley. Likewise, I have 2 males, age 81 and 39, and then 2 unknowns, age 35 and 67. And then I did total it so that you can see relatively easily how many females, males, and unknowns traveled to the different destinations. And again, as I previously mentioned, here is the close-up or the breakdown of the chart. I think this is, again, something that's very easy to see and use. And it could be distributed either on a weekly basis or on demand as the marketing department sees fit. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.